back. This is Velux Clan with our sort of modified news, which is now Minecraft Weekly.
Whoopee!
Huzzah!
You may have noticed the sexual intro that is now made for this show.
It's magical and also made of cake.
It is extremely magical. So, basically, this is replacing the Minecraft news show. And it's kind of like a more broader show, I guess.
Yeah, we don't necessarily just need to cover like current events anymore.
Although that will still be a part of the video, but
yeah. We're not getting rid of any content, but we're sort of, expanding the horizons for more content, such as like a discussion topic.
Yeah.
Just
more stuff involving discussion and other things in general, I guess, really. It's just more, it's broader.
So, like, it'll just be more interesting. The episodes will be a little more different rather than kind of the same routine schedule.
Yeah. So, like, if there's no news, we might talk about a more in-depth topic where if there's just a lot of news, we might not even do a discussion. It's just more free-form, I guess.
Yeah.
So, we hope to do some weekly discussion topics. So if you have any ideas for that, put your own questions or topics you'd like us to discuss down in the description so that we can talk about them.
Yeah, and if we don't come up with anything, maybe we could just, make them up on the spot. You never know.
So, this is just more of an open format, I guess, is the bottom line, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, so now that we've spent, 5 minutes just going over what we're going to go over,
we're going to do that.
Yeah.
So, just out of the blue, we came up with a discussion topic for this week, and that question is, what would you like to see implemented into Minecraft in future updates?
Yay!
It's an insightful question. It took years of formulating to come up with the proper wording for that question,
Yeah. It's like in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Earth was created just to answer that question.
Of course. So, you want to start?
Sure. So, basically, being like a texture artist and stuff, I think they need to really, make texturing better. Kind of like the way it is now with Optifine and MC Patcher. I think they need to include a lot of that stuff, such as connected textures and... Yeah.
And they should also, I think, have the option to turn that on and off, because for, I guess, older NPCs, you might not want all that graphically intense stuff. Yeah.
And I like the direction that they were taking with animations and the individual textures.
It looks, they're getting better, I guess. But there's only so far that you can really go with a 16 by 16-bit game. But
well, I mean, it's not necessarily 16 by 16 pixels.
Oh yeah, isn't it? Didn't they add HD texture or HD texture compatibility with Minecraft?
Yeah.
So you don't need MC Patcher anymore.
Well, you still do need it if you want to get the full experience, like random mobs and all that stuff.
So they're getting there slowly.
Yeah.
They should just fully implement Optifine into Minecraft.
Yeah. And I think sort of building on that, they also need to sort of rewrite the rendering engine to allow better alpha transparency.
I agree,
because the reason why they haven't implemented colored glass is because you can't see things like ice and water and portals through it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure most people know that if you try to look through a portal at water, you can't see the water, and also stuff with ice looking through water.
one of the biggest issues with Minecraft is that it's based off of Java. I think that's a huge issue, but they're too far into Minecraft to completely rewrite it in BASIC or anything, because
and I mean, in a way that's good, because sort of it's what makes the modding community as
because without that you can't really mod unless they finally implement this mod AI that's been rolling around for 5 updates.
Yeah, and even then, I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that. Whether it's gonna almost be its own little language that you use to make a mod, or whether you're still using Java, something in between. I don't know, but they need to do that. Yeah. And I think maybe it has been confirmed that they're working on a new launcher.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking maybe that's gonna
kind of like the
follow
Tekkit launcher or anything, where you can go in and choose the mod that you want to use, but just more, you can choose what mods you want to use in the game, I guess.
Yeah, maybe a list of all of your
mods,
installed mods, and
you can check and uncheck them to have them implemented. That'd be worthwhile, I think.
Yeah, although the downside to that is when you have an API, it is just by principle limited.
How so?
Well, you can't. I mean, with an API, the way that it works, they need to make things work better, and confirming that things work sort of gets rid of compatibility.
I guess
with a lot of stuff.
So
if they were gonna make it so that you could have any combination of mods, for example, Bucket, you can have they're really conflict really isn't a concern with Bucket. There are sometimes requirements, but you don't really have the issue where you can't have 2 plugins at the same time. Because they mess with each other. But that sort of adds limits to what you can do.
I see where you're going with this. Yeah, that might be a factor, and that's something that we're just gonna have to see what happens with that, because honestly, they haven't talked much about what they're going to be doing with this mod API or anything. So,
but if they do it, I really hope they do it right.
If they do it wrong, then things are it's not going to be the same.
I think the most popular single player API would be Minecraft Forge.
Yeah.
And that maybe at one point was good, but at this point they're declining fast, and they're putting on too many limits that aren't necessary, and I hope that Mojang doesn't do this. Minecraft Forge, now developers can't even edit the original Minecraft code. They can only add new code.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, apparently they think that it's immoral to do that or something, which is hypocritical because they do that themselves.
Yeah, that's not okay, because that's a part of the whole point of modding, is to mod the actual game and edit what's within it. But
yeah, with Bucket you can't, of course, edit the original thing, but that's because it's made so that people playing vanilla can do it.
Yeah,
it's
that's the point.
It's only a server mod.
Yeah.
When you're doing single player mods, that seems just silly.
Yeah, so
I really hope they don't do stuff like that. I hope they do it right.
What would you think about a new dimension? I know they used to have, wasn't it a Sky World allegedly implemented or something like that?
Well, there was talk about implementing a Sky World, as a different dimension, but then that was actually replaced by the end.
Yeah. Okay.
But originally, a long time ago, there was a sky dimension back when, like, there were certain types of worlds before biomes existed. You could create a world and it would be a set kind of worlds. And this was back, like, I think even before InfDev. I think it was in InDev.
Oh. Well,
and you could have like a floating world that almost was kind of ether-like.
Yeah.
You can still download saves of those worlds to see what it was like. Like, I downloaded one and kind of explored around, and it was glitchy. There were like random pillars of stone and water and stuff, but it was pretty cool.
I think that would be pretty cool if they implemented a new dimension, because Minecraft as it is now is getting honestly a little bit boring. Just, I mean, there's no limit to how many different like biome renderings that there can be, but like, I don't know, it just seems like they should add a new dimension.
Yeah, like, for me, single player is starting to get a little bit like boring,
because I never play single player anymore because there's no point for me. I mean,
yeah, same. Like, you just kind of do the same thing.
Because, I mean, I don't play Minecraft anymore just to survive. I have to play Minecraft to build stuff, and if I'm going to build stuff, I'll go on a server to do that because I want to build with other people.
Yeah, like, the main part of my Minecraft experience is socializing, especially considering being, like, an administrator on a server.
Yeah.
Almost everything you do is
server-based.
Like, yeah, and with people.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, if they added a reason to want to play single player again, I think that would really help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't really have any other major suggestions.
Yeah.
I mean, I think obviously they should work out glitches, find ways to make it faster.
That's an ongoing thing. I mean, that kind of has to be how it is, but Minecraft it'll never be free of bugs just because of the nature of it.
Yeah, if you're always updating and adding new content, there's always going to be something you can fix.
So until they stop updating it, there's always going to be a bug with this, a bug with that. So
yeah. But, I mean, in such a like it's in like that kind of indie updating kind of community that Minecraft has created, where like you almost like it's almost like personal between the developers and the players, and like all the suggestions that they get and the stuff that they share. Like there's always going to be things that need to be fixed or that people want to fix.
I mean, that's one of the main reasons why Minecraft is just one of my favorite games, just because of the community and how community-based this game is. Like, most games, like, take your BioShock or your Tomb Raider, they have a certain life cycle, and once the game comes out, then you get all the DLCs, it just dies within a couple of months. Where Minecraft, it's constantly updating and driven by this central community, which keeps the game alive for me.
Yeah, like with like bigger companies and stuff, they try or pretend like they're interacting with the community, but they're not really. And there's so many people, it's like there isn't a certain person that's interacting, it's the company that's interacting. I mean, you have no idea who's behind the keyboard making the Twitter posts and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas with like an indie game, you like know who the developers are, you know.
Because when Notch tweets, Notch is tweeting to you. Or when Dinnerbone tweets, Dinnerbone is tweeting, which it makes it more personal, I guess.
It's not like the company of EA would like to present to you this tweet that has been like proofread by 5 people and made sure that that it will please the community.
Yeah, because when the president of EA allegedly posts something, it's not them, which that's what Minecraft brings to the table. It's a personal game, which that's pretty cool. Okay, so I guess that pretty much beats to death that question.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to suggest future topics, just fart all over the comments and spew great knowledge to our brains.
Yay.
Okay, so now the more familiar part of this show, the news.
News.
Yay, guess what? There's none.
Yeah.
Mojang,
at least
Mojang kind of died.
Well,
they just all died.
Yeah, there really hasn't been anything coming from them. As far as big news, I think they're in that sort of area of developing where they don't really share much, and because they really have no idea what the next update is going to truly bring.
So they're just trying
like that sort of quiet area between an update and the snapshots for the next update.
Yeah, for like a couple weeks there's like that hiatus of everything.
Yeah. But like, we have some news of our own.
Yeah, so you may have recently noticed the lack of content out of this channel. The last show that we did was the news last week, which, if you haven't seen it, it was a fantastic news show. If I do say so myself.
It was indeed. Lots of very relevant pictures.
Oh yes, very.
Scattered around the news. Some not relevant.
Yeah.
But most of them made perfect sense and were not weird at all.
Yeah. But, yeah, so there's been nothing. Last week was pretty busy for me and John alike. A lot of school stuff and procrastination.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we kind of took a vacation, we'll put it.
Sure.
Yeah, but
we can call it that.
Yeah. So, we'll try to put out content this week. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Depends on how much procrastinating we do. Yeah.
Server exploration, we only have 2 of those, I think.
Yeah, so we'll definitely put effort into doing one of those this week.
Yeah.
And hopefully Island Survival will be out this week. And I'm not sure, John might try to put out a video, I might try to do a Hunger Games, it depends.
Yeah, I sort of said that I was going to do some individual videos with myself, kind of like Scott was doing, and so far I've gotten one done in the history of
like back in
so
January you did one or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, videos, they're hard to make and very time consuming, so we apologize for not being new or outward with videos, I guess.
Yeah. So, tweets.
Huzzah!
There are tweets from Mojangstas.
Yes, there is.
The first one is from Tobias Molstam, saying that sleep is for people who wish to teleport to the future, and that's kind of interesting because it's sort of true.
It's sort of true, but
it's like individual time travel.
Yeah,
with
time travel.
Commercials in between that are called brain sleeping, dreams. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Yay! Okay, and we also have a tweet from Notch. Well, I guess this is like the most major news that's been out this week from Mojang. They sold 10 million copies of Minecraft PC Edition.
Huzzah! 10 million is a lot of copies.
Yeah, I made a screenshot of that. I don't have it anymore, maybe John does, we can put it up. But yeah, there's a screenshot. I was on the webpage when it had 10 million views. You might see all the glory of that.
That's pretty magical.
I know, right?
That's like unicorn vomit.
Yay, vomit from unicorns.
And also, Minecon will be in the US this year.
Huzzah! Hopefully Boston, come on, Boston.
Sorry, dear Brits, I'm not coming to scout locations. So yeah, hopefully it is in our general vicinity, and then we can go and we can share our wonderful experiences, and we can also have magical cakes.
If it is in Boston, we will make an honest effort to try to go there.
Yeah.
Because...
And by honest, I mean, like, there's no way we're missing that.
Yeah.
If it's...
Number one, it depends on how much it costs to get in.
Irrelevant. Except relevant, because I own $6 right now.
And I own an undefined amount in my college fund. So that's a thing. So...
Minecon is more important than college.
Oh, totally. I mean, my future is totally worth putting into a weekend of Minecraft.
Well, yeah.
I mean, seriously. So yeah, that might be a thing if it's in Boston, and if we can accrue funds for such thing.
Indeed.
So I guess there was some Mojang news spewed in there.
Yeah.
So congratulations. You just
and
won.
Do you know when Minecon happens? Because since it's yearly, I'm pretty sure it's at a somewhat regular date. Do you know when it happens?
I'm pretty sure it's in September. Let me do a quick search. Minecon. And web pages are being slow. And pages are loading. Okay. So it looks like it is in. Well, that doesn't help. Okay. Yay. Sorry for being slow. This just makes the video longer and more interesting.
Because our video isn't long enough. It's been going for like over 20 minutes.
So John will spew random words to you while I look for shit.
Random words? I don't have any random words, but...
Okay. Yeah. November.
November.
Oh, Minecon 2010 was in August.
So there really isn't a date, I guess.
Minecon 2011 was in November, so yeah, it's random, it looks like. Yeah, and last year it was in November again, so it's either November. It's probably November.
Maybe they alternate between November and August, or they probably decided to go with November because you know August was the first one, and they were just like, yeah.
Yeah, the last two main ones, the one in Vegas and Paris, were in November. So yeah, they're in November probably. So yeah.
We should probably wrap this up.
Because
this has dragged on for quite a while.
This has been a very long video, but.
It's full of interesting content.
I suppose that makes up for our lack of videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been going on for 25 minutes now, so... Yeah, yay for the longest news ever. Huzzah. And we shall see you in the future.
Bye-bye.
Bye.